Wonderful. We're Holly and Sarah together for a galactic conversation. Beings have been waiting to speak. Who's doing what, Sarah?
Just the energies are flowing through. They're like swirling around in my head at the moment. My entire body is tingling. And the way I am experiencing this is the energy is flowing through my third eye. My eyes are blinking, of course. My physical eyes. And I'm seeing blue behind my eyelids as it is connecting to my third eye. And I direct the energies to flow down my head to the rest of my body so that it may balance with the energies that are wanting to come in to be spoken through me.
Okay, so you're adjusting the sine waves, perhaps?
If you'd like to call it that, the sine waves in a mathematical way.
Not that I understand it very much, but
yes. It is the rhythm and flow of energy of one point into creation, merging with my point of creation in my physical body. That's if you consider yourself to be separate from the all that is. However, the truth is we are not. We are actually one with all that is. And any energy we just connect to via its vibrational frequency of thought.
very nicely put. So, to whom am I speaking to? Please. So Sarah's higher self, or Sarah, yeah, Sarah's soul.
Yes, there is the merging of the higher self, the soul, and the physical and the physicality of the human being at this time. The information that is wanting to be digested, known, seen, and for others to become aware of is how this interaction takes place. How another human being may channel other frequencies of consciousness. The truth is, there are no other frequencies of consciousness, more like aspects of oneself, either within their DNA, either within thought patterns, either within the idea of time and other dimensions of reality at the now moment. There is no other aspect of you because all aspects of thought, consciousness, and time was created in the same moment that God created the entire universe. And so every being was created at the same idea of time. It's just that every being has an awareness or a consciousness or thought process of its own. It can be perceived as either being individual or as a collective experience. But in fact, there is no true separation of beings, of reality, of aspects, of planets, of galaxies, all occurs within the being that is speaking.
Yes, it takes me back to the visual I received this morning from a new aspect of myself that introduced herself as Sahara, a central sun being.
Yes.
And she gave me a visual of, in a sense, the beginning of my soul, and as it progressed and expanded out into many forms and purposes and experiences, creating a sector. In a sense, she showed me that a sector was basically the fullness of a soul and all of its creation.
Yes.
Which was very interesting. And it made sense. And it very well was what you just described.
Yes.
And truly, we all are connected in that way, purposefully, since the beginning, separate yet together in the collective.
You have this saying on Earth that the universe is within you. That is more true than you think.
Yes, I've experienced that quite often during my shamanic journeys and all the different variations, and it's in a sense traveling within your own universe, within that sector, as I now know to call it, and all of its variances and experiences.
That sector was a point of focus for you in that time period that you had the experience. It's not just one sector of the universe. You are actually connecting to all of the universe with a focus upon a sector.
Yes, that makes sense. Particularly if you have a purpose when you go into your shamanic journey.
Yes. Your intention.
Yes, intention.
Is very important to understanding what your goal or what you intend to do in the moment of time you are asking a question or receiving information based upon a thought process that you are wanting to explore within yourself.
And what a joy it is to experience.
Yes.
And it's truth. It's always truth, which is quite a relief in this day and age. and it definitely brings to our awareness the importance of going within ourselves now for answers instead of seeking externally.
That is correct. Because all of the known awareness and knowledge of the universe and the unknown awareness and knowledge of the universe is within you, within your DNA, within your timelines, and all the structures and all the beings that you have ever been within the universe.
Beautifully put.
Yes. Each aspect of you have had their own experiences of life, of being, of reality, of the multidimensional frequencies of the universe.
Absolutely. And it's been fascinating exploring those aspects.
Yes. Take the fish who walks on land out of water.
You learn.
Take the galactic being who flies through space like a planet.
Limitless possibilities.
Yes. There are so many things you can come into awareness as an aspect of yourself and understand its life and thought process depending on the reality it is living in the moment. You are not just this one being as a human being. You are multiple beings, multiple aspects, multiple thought processes in every moment. You're just focusing on a sector that is you.
Absolutely well put. Yes. It is now time in our evolution for us as humans to drastically change and enhance the ability of understanding those perceptions.
Yes. Because all of them have or has something to teach you about yourself. You were never one being in one lifetime. You have been many beings in one lifetime. Many ways of being, even in your one lifetime. You are not the same being that you were when you were a baby, or as a child, or as a teenager, or as a parent, as an adult. Because of your experience, your thought process changed according to the realities around you. It is the same throughout time, throughout space, throughout galaxies, throughout dimensions. You've been water, you've been air, you've been fire. All of it is part of you.
Yes, I have definitely been experiencing some of those things. And other things I can't even describe.
Yes. And this is why it is time to understand oneself and all the aspects of being.
Yes. That all needs to be brought into our awareness and our understanding so we can move or evolve into our galactic consciousness.
Perfectly said.
Which I'm so personally very excited about.
Yes.
That's all I think I ever think about is moving forward and evolving into my most perfect self in this now that's really galactic. I find such joy in interacting with others like yourself, no matter where they're from, what form they're in. It's been a very, very complex learning experience. And I'm forever learning and remembering the fullness of my being.
Yes.
So may I ask you before we go,
Yes.
your perception of this year's Lionsgate portal and the energy flowing through it and its effect on us as humans from your perspective?
From our perspective, the energies that are collecting at this time to culminate in the center of the Lionsgate portal, which will be on August 8th, 2022 at this time period, will be felt much greater than in what is considered your past. The amount of awareness of the human collective of its evolution has grown to the point of causing a ripple effect of many other unaware humans to become aware all at the same time. A larger group of humans will become aware at the same time. Before, it was small and trickling amounts of humans, and now it will be a great amount of humans. Not all will be connecting to the energies, but a great amount, not half as yet, but a great amount more will be connecting to the Lionsgate portal energies.
Wonderful.
They will all be awakening at the same time.
That's going to be pretty much like pulling the rug out from under their feet.
The pandemic pulled the rug out of everyone's feet. The proverbial rug has been pulled for quite some time now.
I see your point.
And now that people have been able to readjust themselves with the Great Resignation, with the ideas of I want better for myself, with the ideas of how do I create a life better for myself, The energies of the Lionsgate will propel the people who are reawakening to themselves, remembering the selves they have forgotten for eons. It will propel them to move forward in the way that is much more in alignment of their selves and what they have been born on earth to do at this time.
Their soul mission.
Yes. It would be very confusing for many because they will not be aware of their physical capabilities that have been lying dormant all of this time that they have been on the earth already. And so they will become aware of feeling energies, sensing energies that they did not know existed before, which will cause confusion in their understanding of themselves. This is practical. This is understandable. This is known.
And thank goodness it's going to happen.
This is why the light workers who have been awakened for some time now will need to begin to come out of the shadows, out of hiding who they are. Because in this time, in the time past, when they were the only ones awakened in their reality, they have had to hide who they were for fear that they will be ridiculed and be perceived as different.
Absolutely.
And now you are going to have a lot of people who will, in their perceptions of their egos, will become different to themselves. And they will not understand what is happening to them. This is why the ones who have remembered from past years on this earth must begin to speak up about their own experiences.
Yes.
They must begin to tell of their own lives, their own awarenesses of themselves, their own awarenesses of the energy that they have connected to, and how to be able to balance thoughts, feelings, reactions, energies of other people. Their empathic capabilities will be on full mode, as you would say. It will turn up because it was always on. It's just they did not allow themselves to notice it because it will be perceived as different from the people around them. And now they can no longer turn a blind eye to all the things that they are beginning to sense and perceive during this time of the Lionsgate portal opening for August 8th. The energies of the portal have already begun. to a crescendo of August 8th, and will continue forward throughout the month.
Yes.
As it dissipates.
I have a feeling this is such a powerful one that it will have no problem overlapping into the next big shift.
The next big shift will be the autumn equinox.
Yes, it will usher in, be as one lightens the frequency or lessens the frequency, the other will just start to take it over and amp up. That much more moving forward, these frequency shifts will start to overlap closer and closer and extend longer and longer.
Yes.
Until they're multiplying.
Which will have a greater ripple effect for the rest of humanity and their own awakening.
Yes, I can see this, the symbolism of it and the outcome of it. And it's wonderful.
Yes. But there will be a time of confusion.
Well, all the more reason all of us have to come out of our little shells and really speak our truth for all who's ready to hear it.
Yes.
And planting seeds of awareness for those who are not.
Yes. Speak your truths. Speak your knowledge.
And all of us have our own perfect way of expressing that, and our own group of humans that are ready to hear that particular flavor of wisdom.
Yes. All that you've learned over the years are very necessary to be spoken aloud to those you connect to all around the world. They must begin to understand this is normal and this is our natural way of being.
It's a very good point. We've been suppressed for so long and manipulated for so long and modified for so long to dampen our innate capabilities. And all of that is changing now. Thank goodness.
And so at this time, it is necessary to begin to reconnect to the earth itself. The earth is a balancing aspect for all of these new higher frequencies that are becoming in awareness of those who are awakening.
Yes, just a little bit ago, when you were saying that there's going to be this mass confusion happening, I actually got a visual of people who know me, may not even know me well, that'll be coming over, and I see them coming through my front door, and the first thing I do is grab their shoulders and ground them.
Yes.
That was
This is a way
shown to me, like nothing more can happen until they're grounded.
Yes. This is the way. Whether you tap their shoulders, whether you do a meditation, whether they touch a tree, whether they swim in the water, or even just put their feet in the water, or ground with the sands, or many other ways, taking a shower to ground even.
Mm-hmm.
or being in a bath of water will also help.
With sea salt.
They must become aware that these sources of energy are there to ground them as well.
Yes, part of the training we will be talking about grounding these new, starting now. You know, for all that's ready to hear, it's the first thing we need to do is ground ourselves, the every aspect of ourselves that we are aware of at that given moment. So when these energies are coming in so powerfully, it needs to flow through us, not be contained within us. It needs to flow.
One way you can allow the energies to flow is to think of the energies grounding from the head, down through your arms, down through your feet, into the earth, to its core, and balancing with the core of the earth. Another way, to walk and feel your energies as you walk, balancing left and right. As you walk, the energies in the body will walk with you so that you may become grounded to the earth itself.
Blending your magnetic field with Gaia's.
Exactly. When you understand you are one with the all, that means you are also one with Gaia, the planet that you walk upon. You can sit down in a meditative mode. You can walk. You can connect in at any point because it is all you. You are part of its energy, its frequency, its stability.
Absolutely.
And it will allow your emotions, your reactions, your feelings to calm down and become stable within yourself. It will also allow you to heal your bodies in the process. Understand you as an aware and awakened being have the power to begin healing yourself.
Will that much be much more the case in this now with the Lionsgate portal energies coming in and activating that?
Yes.
Or acting as a catalyst to bring that more in a functional mode.
That is correct.
Wonderful.
That's just one of the new capabilities that you will have as an awakened being. That is just one aspect of you. The other aspect, elements of nature. Begin to notice or become aware of them as parts of you. You have air, you have fire, you have water, you have earth, all part of your being. So when you walk outside, thank those aspects for being a part of you.
Lovely.
And you will become more aware of many more gifts that you already have within you. The energy that is part of your God selves.
Well, I personally look forward to being able to teleport.
Yes, but let's not run before we crawl.
Yeah, that's just me.
Yes, I understand. We must crawl before we run.
Absolutely.
If you want to run, that is possible, but also not very practical.
Yes. You might otherwise end up in a place you don't want to be.
Or doing something that can be harmful for you. Because you have to begin to balance the energies that you are becoming aware of in that moment in time. There will be folks who want to run, but they will not have the best of experiences.
Yes. But it'll be fun exploring anyways.
It is fun exploring.
One of my favorite things to do.
Yes, but like the child who wished to explore fire and to see how it feels. They learn a lesson.
Yes, they do. I think we've all been there.
Yes. So yes, you may make a choice whether to crawl or whether to run. That is up to you. But just know there will be many lessons learned in the process.
Absolutely. That's how it's been thus far.
And all lessons are wonderful.
Yeah, well, yeah, some of them. Yes, I know they have their purpose.
They have their purposes. So yes, you may choose which direction you wish to focus upon, which sector of consciousness you wish to focus upon within yourself. This is all allowed with these new energies and frequencies of knowledge and information and self-awareness.
How
All is
exciting.
allowed in creation.
Yes. Where I look forward to the day where love and peace and prosperity are the norm. And
Yes.
we openly and frequently interact with our star families and other galactic beings peacefully. That would be so awesome.
Yes, and before we can interact with others, it is very important that we interact with ourselves and begin to understand ourselves and our new capacities as humans.
Very much so. I've had a few run-ins with that recently and a lot of lessons. Yes,
Yeah,
there's definite training to be had.
that is correct.
And I am in the forefront as a student in the front row and center.
And a teacher as well.
And a teacher, which I thoroughly enjoy. Very much so. Well, we will say our goodbyes and namaste. And let Sarah
Namaste.
have her body back, and it was so absolutely wonderful having you share your wisdom with us today.
You are entirely welcome. Much love to you and to everyone, all of the beautiful awakened souls and awakening souls. Blessings, lots of love, light, high vibrations to you.
Namaste.
Namaste.